Morning Bubbles! Welcome to the first episode of my Bubble channel. I'm very excited. The first episode is on vascular dementia. So our three learning objectives today are: what is vascular dementia? What are the signs and symptoms of vascular dementia? And can we prevent vascular dementia? Hope you enjoy! So the term vascular literally refers to the cardiovascular system, which is the process of blood pumping around the body so it gets to our vital organs, our muscles, our glands. It's what keeps us alive so we can function properly. Vascular dementia is a type of dementia when the vascular system is being impaired or is damaged, which is caused by a blockage or reduced blood flow to the brain, which deprives the brain of oxygen. The brain actually uses about 3 times as much oxygen as muscles in the body do, so it's really important. And our brain cells are really sensitive to decreases in oxygen. We don't survive very long without it. So what can cause these blockages? So to put into perspective how this can be caused, imagine that this is a blood vessel. So the toilet roll is the blood vessel. The tissue paper is the blood plasma. The red pom-poms are red blood cells, and the white pom-poms are white blood cells. Obviously, there are a lot more components to a blood vessel, but I'm trying to keep this really simple for all ages to learn. So common ways vascular dementia can be induced could be through a stroke, a hemorrhage, blood vessels being damaged, blood thickening, which can cause clots, and vessels becoming narrow. So to put this in perspective, if you imagine this is a healthy blood cell, you might have a blockage where this would restrict oxygen to the brain. So this could be a big blood clot. So now you've got no more of the blood cells and the blood flowing through. The blood vessel could be damaged. It could be causing leakage because it's teared open. And now that blood vessel doesn't work properly. Or blood vessels could become too narrow, restricting again the amount of cells that come through, not allowing oxygen to the brain. So now we're going to look at the symptoms of vascular dementia. So just be mindful that not every person with vascular dementia will experience all of these symptoms. And a lot of the symptoms already may appear familiar to you, and that's because a lot of them cross-link with other types of dementia. So for a person living with vascular dementia, they may experience difficulties in their speech. This is known as aphasia. So it might be that they're aware what they want to say and they can think this through, but they can't physically verbalize this, and this is due to the damage in the brain that has been caused. Again, changes in personality may occur, and this is because vascular dementia affects the brain wherever the vascular changes happened. So if a stroke happened towards the frontal lobe of the brain, we know that our personality is formed here. So there may be marked changes in their personality. Perhaps they're no longer interested in things they once liked. Perhaps their mindset and views have changed. The person living with vascular dementia may feel confused or disorientated at times. This might be to time, place or person. And it's just to reorientate them to where they are, what's going on, and without doing this in a challenging approach. Similar to the changes in personality, they may have experienced changes in their mood and behaviour. So they may exhibit behaviours they've never shown before, and they might experience quite significant mood swings. Again, for the person living with vascular dementia, they may experience difficulties in walking and their balance is affected. So it's just to be aware when they're mobilising. Do they need any extra support? Are they at risk of falls? Again, similar to aphasia, they may struggle because of a a slowing down process of thoughts in the mind. This can again be really frustrating for a person, so just be mindful and be patient. A neurological symptom of vascular dementia is tremors. People often experience tremors and shaking type symptoms. They may struggle to concentrate or understand. So again, it's just about taking that extra time with the person, explaining what's happening, what's going on, and trying to aid their understanding. And lastly, they might find difficulties in the planning process. So this might be everyday life or planning an event in the future. So give them some extra support with that. And they are the symptoms of vascular dementia. So can we prevent vascular dementia is the question. Well, what we know is that we can prevent vascular changes in the brain to a certain level. So we can reduce our cholesterol levels and our blood pressure. We can increase our exercise and make sure we eat healthy foods to maintain a healthy lifestyle, so that we can have a healthy heart, and maintaining a healthy heart leads to a healthy brain. So that's the end of the first session on vascular dementia. I hope you've learned a little bit about what that is and you feel that you could support someone a bit more in the future. Thank you, Bubbles.